Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen, this is Wolf Down a Rabbit Hole, and this is my little corner of the internet where I tell you all about the cross-stitchy things that I've been doing in the last sometimes month, usually 6 weeks. It is a very warm Monday in August. I don't know what date because I don't write things like that down, even though I've written the date like 100 times today because of work. It's August, it's warm, finally. So I'm not going to complain, but physically you're going to see my body complain about it because it's just a little too warm for me. I'm an autumn spring girly. Sometimes I like the depths of winter too. Anyway, yes, I digress. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another chaotic episode of my cross stitch. If you are new here, bear with me. You will see cross stitch, I promise. There's usually a bit of random rambling at the beginning. Life updates are at the end, so you don't have to stay for that. Haul will be at the end too, because I went on a bit of thread buying binge, is what it is. So if you are new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and maybe dropping me a comment down below. Before we get into things, apologies for the noise. The window was open. It's the summer holidays. It's to be expected. Let's just hope they don't start swearing like they did this morning. So here's my notebook with the things I've done. I've actually remembered it so I can attempt to tell you designers, fabrics, etc. I've got some FFOs, so fully finished objects, 2 designs of mine. Yes, 2. A little bit of progress. Not as much as I'd like because there was a lovely stint of frogging in the middle. And I've got Flosstubers I've watched, so I'll do that just before haul. So stick around in case you've been mentioned, but if you're here watching, it's because I tagged you anyway. So I'm going to leave this to one side. And I've got to pick now where to start. Let's start with FFOs because I've FFO'd Bloody Hands by the Witchy Stitcher. I wanted a little goth ornate frame, but we don't get cool stuff like that. Or I can never find cool stuff like that over here. So for now, it's in this ash black frame with a black mount. Trying to find the best perspective, trying to find a black spot on my back bedroom wall so everything shows up between 2 pictures. So that's really cute. Well, I say really cute, Bloody Hands is not cute, but my husband actually picked this one, which I was quite surprised at. He said, because it was Witchy Stitcher Day last year, and I wanted to buy some patterns, and I said, have a look through, see what you fancy, and he said, that one's pretty cool. So I stitched that of him. I think it's only 2 colours, maybe 3. Black, possibly 18 count Ada, I can't remember the stuff now. It's not in my book either because I did look before we started. But that's FFO'd. That was finished ages ago and now FFO'd. So that can go down there. And then I've got, refer to the notes, Yule Bat by Broomsticks and Bobbins. And because I have to be bougie, I use metallics because I love to torch myself. And I did do French knots. Check those French knots out. I was quite proud of those. And they're in the toile. So yeah. And it's on the remnants of a pale grey sparkly Ada that I overdyed with blue dye. And that is, yeah, Bobbins, Broomsticks and Bobbins. And that was a SAF on the 20th of last month. So I'm quite pleased with that. It's going to be going up here on the Tree of Doom, where everything seems to go at the moment. My next, yeah, this is a SAF too. Let me see. I Believe by Katie of Sorrows on Instagram. Let's see if I can figure out a way of holding it up. There we go. And I suppose you'd call this a flat fold. Shit tons of double-sided sticky tape. It's on a sparkly blue 14 count Ada that's not sparkling now, even though there's loads of sunshine. Mainly called for, I think I had to sub out one of the pinks. I used a bit of backing board that I had a print delivered to keep it steady in the post, and I used a little bit of lace trim. Excuse my nails, I was picking them earlier. They were lovely, and then I picked them because stress and work. But yeah, I really like that. I believe in myself. I really like that. I'll try and tag them down below. I'm not sure if they've got a Flosstube, but I don't see their Instagram. So those are my fully finished objects. She says, double checking everything. Yeah, it's fully finished. Now we move on to finishes, and I should have tied my hair up like I always do, but today for some reason I want to dye it sweet. I'm super proud of this one. This is by Needlelot Designs. Should have been finished in January, but I finished it last month. I actually finished it. I'm so pleased. I now need to just FFO it. I'm waiting for Hubs to cut down the doweling rod that I've got so that this can be stuck on, and then it can go up there. And I again have used metallic for the Lunar eclipse and solar eclipses, and I used a toile for the snowflakes, and then everything else is the called for. Look at the colours on that wolf. Doesn't that look amazing? I adore this. Like I said, it should have been finished in January. Yeah, I got finished last month. So at least I get half a year's use out of it. I will probably then fold it into some form of just the wolf so that I can display the wolf, or I'll just leave it up because I really don't care if it says 2024 on it. I worked my ass off on this project. This is on 14 count Navy Ada. So I got DMC, one of the two. I don't know, the Surge is orange. And yeah, super, super pleased. Love it. I have ironed it, believe it or not, but my iron is shit. So yeah, I need new iron. And I hate ironing, which is why I haven't bought a new iron. What else? The next thing, let me double check the designer. Yes, this is a freebie from Oblongmeow. It's available on their Ko-Fi. And it's watercolour Stingray. Again, this is on sparkly Ada. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it there. No idea how I'm going to finish this yet. Kind of thought it was going to fit into one of those small hoops. Totally misjudged the size on that. But yeah, that was a couple of days work. It was actually a couple of days work because I had to hunt through my anchor for one of the colours. I had to colour convert. Yeah, I really love this. And then I noticed they had a blue whale, so you'll be seeing that in a bit. But yeah, that's another finish. That was, I think, about 3 days, but then it was during the other hot period we had a couple of weeks ago, and I can't hold fabric when it's really warm. I just get really sweaty. Delightful. And my final two finishes are Fierge. These are from Climbing Goat Designs. The fabric is River Hut Designs fabric, 18 count. And I have charted the name Fierge, which is Rhiannon's dragon, in 4th wing. And then I've got Ottrams, which is Riddick. I've coloured them all as per the information I could find. And they will be going up here with Day, Andana, Tarn and Scale when I order new hoops. Rude, hurry up my reverse. When I order more hoops, because I stole one for the Bobbins and Broomsticks. There's a sneeze. There's always some external noise when I film my videos. If it's not the ice cream van, it's somebody sitting outside idling their truck. Go away. So those are my starts and finishes and fully finished objects. Now we'll go on to progress. Yeah, we'll go on to progress. No, where'd that come from? Oh, it's okay, it's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. Although I will sneeze. I'm convinced I will sneeze. This is needing something behind it. Lighted up from the wonderful Stitched by Liz. I just need to finish up. That is my Coven Retreat needle minder. This is how much. If this is brilliant to stitch, I'm really enjoying it. I was hoping to get finished, but then I remembered I had birthday cards and stuff to make. So yeah, probably more new starts this week because I have 2 birthdays on the weekend. But this is from Crescent City. That sneeze is just sitting there. I apologise, but yeah, look at the amazing fade of colours on that. It is lush. It's going to be awesome when it's finished, and this is available on Liz's Ko-Fi. I will link it down below. Miss Chloe has finished this, I believe. Yes, she has. Miss Chloe has finished this, and it looks amazing. Mine is on 18 count black DMC, I think, black DMC, or so I got Ada, using DMC, because I'm not fussy on fancy, well, I say I'm not one for fancy flosses. Wait for haul. Let's put that out of the way before I lose it. Wedding sampler. Where, oh where, magnet, did you come from? Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Okay, no idea. This is the wedding sampler. If you watched my last 2 videos, you will all know that I have a love-hate relationship with this sampler. This is a made for me by Mad Morty needle minder of my logo. I have started to outline the flowers, and it does make a difference. It does make them more visible, and they do have the edge of a daisy because I'm doing it in a really pale purple. I'm at a stopping point though, because I made a mistake somewhere here. I'm not unpicking all of that, so I'm just having 5 before I fudge the rest of the flowers into place. So what I might do is work from this way up and then just fudge it in the middle somewhere. But I'm starting to like this now. The outline does look really, really good. So hopefully she will like this when I finally get the names and stuff done in the middle. But yeah, I'm starting to like it now. Yay! Although I've seen the ones that Tan is stitching, and I want to stitch those ones instead. But I'm committed to finishing that one, so it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I have a feeling there was a needle minder on this. Right, bear with. I need to pull the thread through. So why am I suddenly feeling sniffy? Excuse me. I don't normally like drinking on videos, but it's one of those days where it's so warm. So I spent 3 days on Cryptids, and it's still in the hoop because I put it down in disgust with myself. And I stitched all the way up the side, the full border, the whole thing, every little bit of detail, all the way up the side. And I got up here, and I was 6 stitches out, and I could not find it. And I was so mad at myself because the way I'd stitched it, every single bit had to be frogged. So Brom, yes, I am one of those who will frog nearly 600 stitches plus, because of like a couple of stitch mistake or a row mistake. Super mad. This has been in timeout. Literally sat on the back of the sofa being glared at by me. had hoped to finish Kraken. I've still got to do the eyes and motif on his forehead. I did do a little bit of the border for whoever's going there. It's gone from my brain. As you can see, I've tent stitched some of the pattern because I'm going to try and go down to match it to see if I've miscounted when I've tried to match the border upper and bottom. So yeah, this isn't getting finished this year, folks. It was going to be a cryptid a month, then I forgot, and then I made loads of progress, and then I had to frog 3 days worth of work, and I'm still mad about it. So Georgie, you're likely to beat me. Morty, congratulations, you're so close to the finish line. We'll be there in a couple of years, it's fine. That's all I've done on whips. Hoop. I'm a hoop nerd stitcher. New starts. So I won a voucher from Mama Loves You GB. I ordered a cottage garden threads and seaside tiny town. I regret not buying this when we went up to North Wales for Coven retreat. So it was like, yeah, I know what I'm buying my voucher. This was from Talking Dog Stitchery, and super fast delivery, amazing service. Really pleased. We'll definitely be ordering from them again. And it will probably be Halloween, Honey of a Tiny Town, and I want to do the Halloween of a Tiny. I want to do them all. I did have an idea of doing them all on one piece of fabric, and then I realised it was stupid because I can't pick my own fabric background. What will be happening with this, it's being stitched in DMC, what will be happening with this is the lighthouse will be all white, and the pelican is going to be turned into a cormorant, because this looks like the seaside village my husband and I spent our honeymoon in, which are photos on that wall actually. This does remind us of Mevagissey. I showed it to Lee and he was like, that looks familiar, and I was like, yeah, because you've got these tall buildings, the shipbuilders, that looks like a museum to me. There's lots of little crabbing stations around the harbour, you've got the chippy, and it was just like, yeah, the only thing is no pelicans but lots of cormorants, and obviously seagulls, but they're already on there. This comes with embellishments, which are tiny little beads for the crab's eyes, but I think there's enough for the seagulls in there as well, so I think I'll use the beads for as many of the eyes as I possibly can. Progress. I had an offcut of Pompeii Tides from KLT Charting that just so happens to be the perfect size, and that's my progress. My teeny tiny progress. The lighthouse is going to sit in this patch book here, and it's going to look proper stormy skies. But yeah, I love that. I think it's going to be perfect on this offcut. I did triple measure to make sure, and yes, it will fit. This is 18 count. Yeah, plain Ada, a 14 by 18, a 4 by 18 piece. Yeah, Pompeii Tides. I thought I had gone fishing and I couldn't find it, so I went and ordered fabric from River Hut Designs. And then when I was sorting stuff out before my son came home from uni for the weekend, I found that, so I started it. I'm stitching that with the Griffin Stitcher. I think Charlie Feathers is stitching it. A couple of people are stitching it. Sorry if I didn't write down everybody who was doing it. It's Seaside TT Sal. Hashtag Seaside TT Sal. I wrote that bit down. Hang on. Yeah, Seaside TT Sal. Stitching with the Griffin Stitcher because they commented on my post and were like, Sal, I have this stitched, I have this ready. Sal? I was like, go on then. So, easily swayed. I do love it. Brand new start. Even though I have a ridiculous amount of whips. If you've seen the last video, you will know. If you haven't, go watch the ridiculous amount of whips. Another new start in... Hang on, let me take the pattern out. a Made by Me notions pouch. Obviously this is one of the early ones because like the stitching is not great, but I'm really pleased with my effort on that. Is the whale by the watercolour whale by Oblongmeow. There's needles and stuff everywhere, and that's as far as I've got. Here's a big boy. Yes, look at my margins, or no, don't look at my margins. It's on the same fabric as the Ray was, and the colours are just gorge. These are my colours. Excuse the mess of the threads because I just don't try to do anything. Look at those colours. Aren't they stunning? Those are my colours. Definitely. So that's going to be, this is quite light and small to hold, so tonight I might stitch on this, so I don't really want to hold a massive project. It's just going to be too warm and too sticky. As you can see by the tomato like face I have. 21 minutes in, not bad, not bad. The next new start is on another piece of sage green. Yeah, sage green Ada, and it's by Dissent Stitch, and it's Fish Want Me, Men Fear Me, and I love it. The reverse mermaid is awesome. I love it. I'm here for the aesthetic. Just look at those legs, look at those lush chunky thighs, great. When I went into Aberdare, I picked up the rest of the colours, so I should get the black done this month, maybe get some of the white in for the top banner, and well, depends, it's all fill-in to be honest, so we'll see how I get on, because I've got another banner to go down the bottom. But yeah, that's on sage green Ada. You can kind of tell when I put it up against my top. But that's quite an easy stitch. I do love it. Good fun to stitch. I'm using black embroidery stranded floss because 310 is really expensive, and I use so much black I prefer the coverage of it because it's a little bit thicker. Today is brought to you by Lemon Fanta. Right. Ugh. Put the needle through, Jen. Right, this is on a dyed by me piece of fabric, and it is the, not showing up. It's not that colour, it's a beautiful teal colour. I don't have anything wet. Will that work? No, that's not going to show up at all, which is a shame because this is a beautiful, beautiful teal colour. Super proud of how this has dyed out. This is the Plants and Petricor first part 1, the frame so to speak, with the window and one of the shelves. It's really nicely mottled, and I'm super annoyed that you can't see that stunning teal colour. It's really annoyed me that have. It does though have my Welshism needleminder, which I made myself. Whose coat is that jacket? Yes, we do say that in Wales. We also say we'd be there now in a minute. I picked that badge up when I was in Aberdare visiting Tan. There's one downstairs with Aberdare and a dragon on for Tan. Second time I made a needleminder. Not a bad job. Could have been better, but still, it's a needleminder, it works. But yeah, this is the Plants and Petricor Cell by Fine Frog Stitching. And that colour is really nice, and hopefully I'll figure out a way of showing it to you at some point. The mottling on it is really pretty too. And that is my Whips and New Starts. Chaos. Heatwave. Huh. So now on to my 2 patterns. I have this one, which I'm super proud of. That bookcase was fun to design. The crown was suggested by Stitched by Liz. The potion bottle was over one side. I moved it to the other after Morty suggested maybe moving it. The plants, the little embroidery hoop, the skull. I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library, which was from Pride and Prejudice. This is available on my Ko-Fi. Yeah, I couldn't get the right size frame as usual, but I'm super proud of that. I really, really enjoyed it. And I've designed the books in a way that I've put all the colours I've used in, but you can personalise to all of your book choices. As you can see, there's a little nod to Akhtar on mine, but you could put whatever colours on there. You could change the lines if you wanted to make this fit your book series. Yeah, super proud of that, and that is over on my Ko-Fi page. Obviously the usual unpicking where somebody pointed out that I missed a letter, because I'm really good at that. And then the one I'm even more proud of than that is this one. I made a pennant. Look at that. It's even got a tassel on. And this is one of 4 I will be creating. And it's Basgiath War College Riders Quadrant. Now, this is a pre-made pennant. I was walking around a local discount store and they had cross-stitch kits, and this and this came, not the tassel, I bought that separately, with a random design in the middle. And I was like, oh, I like the pennant, but I don't like the design. And then obviously I'm listening to my possibly 20th listen through of Fourth Wing, and I thought, well, why don't I do a Riders Quadrant banner? And that was born. I did use black metallic for this. You can't really tell, but I think it looks good. It looks, in real life, it looks scaly. The dragon is from the front of the book. That was fun to chart. He's a little bit squished. I have charted them with more space on, like better line breaks on the actual patterns. This was altered to fit this piece of fabric. I've got 3 versions of this. Riders Quadrant, which is this one. Now I can't remember the Riders, Fourth Wing, Flame Section, Riders Quadrant, Fourth Wing, Flame Section. Yeah, it's got the squads basically. It just works out it's the squad, and then Fourth Riders Quadrant. There's 3 different versions. My brain is melting in this heat. The next one I have charted that I will be stitching is the Scribe Quadrant. So that should be with us in next month's video, and then I will move on to the Healers Quadrant, and I will move then on to the Infantry, and then there should be 4, because I went and bought 4 of these kits just so I could have the pennants, so I didn't have to sew them myself. And then one of them will need sewing because it was sewn squint. So yeah, super proud of that. And Kay Dunn on Instagram has already finished it, and it looks amazing. So yeah, super proud of that. So I will link it down below. All my Fourth Wing friends, go, feel free to download that for free on my Ko-Fi. And that's all my stitching. So the next thing I will do haul. Oh, I will die of heat exhaustion. Haul. When 2 weeks ago I arranged with Tan the Monogamous Stitcher to go and meet her for coffee. She's staying up in just outside Aberdare as part of her job. She's there for 6 weeks. So I drove up to see her. It's about a 40-minute journey. Probably not even that without the roadworks. And we went around the village. We had fresh Welsh cakes. Found a book cave. Oh my god. Found that copy. So I've got him looking out for the rest in that cover, because, you know, got to have matching. We had a lovely little wander around, lovely coffee, although their coffees are strong. Their latte, honest to God, I was shaking when we left there. It was so strong. It was really nice. And we found a little needle shop. Didn't have much cross-stitch stuff, but it had fabrics, threads, because I did pick up some threads. It had little crochet packs and wool and all, you know, haberdashery shop. And they had tomatoes. And Tan bought me one because she was telling me that this will remove the tarnish from your needles. I don't know how many needles I've thrown out because they've tarnished, thinking, they're no good anymore because they squeak, and the squeak drives me nuts. I've been finding all my tarnished needles and I've been fixing the tarnish. So I have a tomato, and that's a strawberry. Yeah, Tan bought me this, so thank you, Tan. I got her the needle minder, or making the needle minder for her. And then we passed a little Welsh shop and we bought some little enamel tins. Her sheep have jumpers on. I'm gonna get rubber, magnetic, you know, the sticky back magnet stuff, brain work. And I'm just going to turn it into a little travel needle tin because the clip on this is really good. And little sheep, because we're in Wales and, you know, sheep are everywhere. Literally everywhere. I mean, they know how to get across cattle grids. Apparently they roll. I find that hard to believe. I think they're just really good at balancing. And then, yeah, I've been up to see Tan 2 weeks in a row, and I'm going to go pick her up next week and bring her down to the train station. We'll go for another coffee before she goes home. So it's been a good couple of weeks. This is the cottage garden thread I ordered as part of my order from Talking Dog Stitcher. I love it. It's called Cactus. And then I realised I have a design. I ordered this because I've got a design I need to stitch up, and this is perfect. And then I realised that's not enough, but Talking Dog Stitch was sold out. But luckily, there's another shop, and I can't remember its name. It's not Twin Peak Primitives. It's not the Primitive Hair. There is another one. I will link it down below. And I ordered 2 more. Luckily, they're all more or less the same dye lot. Because it does say on the bag, order what you need and then order another one. Because, you know, you don't know. But yeah, so I got 3 of those. Looking forward to that project coming up. I think you all will too. And these are my first cottage garden threads. And this was all. I then ordered from an Etsy store called Moon Fibers. These don't have names, but you know, teals and greens, blues, bougie colours. I ordered these 2. And there's the label. Moon. Is that going to show up? Hang on, let's see if I can do this bougie internet thing. Moon Fibers. I ordered. It's like a subtle mottled, lots of colours, and then this stunning sort of sea green colour. Oh no! And then there are more. Bear with me. Where did I put those? Because Carrie went to so much trouble. I have to show you these amazing things she sent me. Bear with me. So, that's new. I have a pause feature on my phone. That means no editing. Yay! So, I have Broomsticks and Bobbins Petricor pattern, and I really wanted to do it in the thread used in the pattern, but it is not referenced anywhere on the cover photo. And it's beautiful mottled colour. So I was thinking, or is it bottled moonbeams? See the Petricor bottled moonbeams? And I saw Witchy Cat Stitch use Night Stalker's Calling thread, and I really wanted it. Nowhere in the UK sells it. And I couldn't find anywhere that shipped to the UK either. So I put a call out on the Coven group and went, anybody see this anywhere? Let me know. Carrie, I've ordered the 3 of them that were left in stock. How many do you want? I only needed 2, so she's got Night Stalkers Calling to do. And look at that colour. Sea Glass by Night Stalkers Calling. It's beautiful. Now I don't know which one to do, Bottled Moonbeam or Petricor. I might do Petricor in blue. This one I think I do Bottled Moonbeam. It is beautiful. It's so pretty. Thank you, Carrie, for sending me beautiful threads. Shipping is nuts at the moment, so it was like there was no website that was going to send them over. So it's literally, you're at the mercy of anybody willing to post them to you across the pond. How beautiful are they? So yes, Carrie, wonderful, wonderful Carrie sent me those. And a pretty card. And then the last bit of random thread haulage from Etsy was from Natalie Stewart. And I picked another pastel rainbow colour. And I picked another sea green-ish blue colour. That I ordered thinking that would be for Bottled Moonbeam, but the colours are too... So that could be Petricor actually. We don't know, we shall see. But yeah. So yeah, I'm not one for bougie thread, and then I have all the bougie thread. That's been my spending. There will be no more spending. I need to whip down severely. I need to stop spending my money. I need to start selling stuff in my shop so that I can, you know, sell more stuff in my shop. I have got little thread bling, dragon eye thread blings over there if anybody's interested. There's 2 pieces of fabric that I've dyed myself, Tester Fabrics, and there is a project bag. There is a Baby Grogu project bag if anybody wants it. Go help yourself. I've tried to price them reasonably within my talent without like underselling my skills, so maybe go take a look. Or if you want to download any of my free patterns, they're there too. I have got a few paid for patterns as well. So I did say I would do shout outs. So all of you lovely folks will be tagged down below. Words are really hard today. Titles are really hard. Titles are hard. I was talking to Liz this morning. I was like, I literally have procrastinated an entire week on this video because I don't know what to call it. So yeah, titles are hard, people. Words are hard. The sun is warm and I am melting. But anyway, in the last 6 weeks, I have watched the Coven when they put videos out. They are the honourable mentions down below. I have also discovered the Nutty Nerdy Needle. Lovely projects. I love your accent. It is so cool. And I saw you in the videos of Big Stitch. There wasn't major FOMO there at all. No. Wasn't jealous that I didn't think to maybe try and go there. So maybe in 2026, watch your space. Wicked Cat Stitch I came across. I love Wicked Cat Stitch. I need to do more like talking to you about the people, not just mentioning their names. So I'm here for Wicked Cat Stitch's vibe. Lovely. And yes, books in the background. I'm hitting the subscribe button before I've even started watching the video, because books, I love looking at people's bookshelves. They're terrible. Accio Whip, they got some lovely big projects. Husband and wife team, I'm doing a couple of the dragon projects they're doing as well. Wing Leader, Field Guide, Dragon's Field Guide, and I'm sure there's another one I'm doing that they're doing too. I came across Gently Smiling Jaws. Some, again, lovely patterns. Very similar aesthetic to my own. Also lots of ideas of different thread colours and things. So I will be going back and rewatching some of their early videos, or not rewatching, going back and watching. Harpy Stitch, love the editing. They've just done a Frogwatch video. Or was that a video before? It was an unboxing, and that was really cool, with another Stitcher. Salty Stitcher, Night Stalker's Calling fan. Yeah. Some lovely, funnily enough, I was halfway through a video earlier when I finished work and then thought I need to film my floss tube, so I've got that to finish after. Beth over on Be More Creative, she's currently over in France. She did a big Stitch update. Freebie on the 17th was released 5 days ago. Yeah. Every month she does a freebie on the 17th, free to download as a thank you to her community. So I will be toddling off and downloading that because I think it was a little red alphabet sampler and it was cute. The Golden Familiars, I've only watched one video so far, but I really liked what I saw, so I will be watching some more of those. I believe they have a shop too. They sell things, project bags, things like that. Some lovely stitched projects as well. The Coven, Brom, Mad Morti and Brom, Stitchy Cat Lady, Rin, DNA Geek, Stitchy Rin, DNA Geek Crafts, and Crafty Rogue Gamer. I think you might owe us a video, but you have been super busy, so it's cool. Flossie Sews and Grows, I watched their Big Stitch update. I think they've done another one since. I'm all out of whack on what days people release videos, so I haven't even I haven't even read. I haven't even watched. No, I haven't even written down all the ones I've watched. Oh my god, so Stitchy Sally, Charlotte Clue High Heel Stitcher. There's another one. I literally watched it yesterday. Miss Chloe SW, I watched her video, and Stitch by Liz, shortest video ever I think for you, Liz. I watched those on the weekend, and that's all I've got in my list. So yeah, that's how I'm getting on so far. I'm doing really well. On to life updates. If you want to hear the 5-minute ramble about what's been going on in my life, feel free to stay. If you don't want to, ta-ra, see you in the next video. If you've got this far, give me a... I did Dragon the other week. Star emoji. I don't know. Star emoji. Life update. Kiddo was home from uni this weekend, which I was really glad about because some of you may be aware there has been riots going on around the country and they threatened to come to Wales. They did not come to Wales. Well, they didn't come to Cardiff and they didn't come to Swansea because my boss was in town in Swansea and he said he didn't see anything. And there's not many places in Swansea you can riot, to be fair. And Cardiff, they told all the businesses to be prepared to close with immediate effect, and my boy works in central Cardiff. But he was home and it turned out it was a peaceful protest anyway, and no rioters turned up because they've implemented overnight courts, and they are literally arresting and prosecuting people to curb these ridiculous riots. Because, I'm sorry, how can you riot on behalf of 3 little girls and then go and break into a Lush shop or a shoe shop and steal Crocs? That's just ridiculous. I mean, it's a mockery, if I'm honest. The people that are rioting probably don't even know what they're rioting about, if you asked half of them, and it's just disgraceful. So I was glad he was home, even though nothing really kicked off. We went out for the day. Well, we surprised my mother-in-law shopping. We sat in the car watching it. We got out and surprised her, so we went shopping in the morning. He wanted to pop into the shop he works at, the branch down by us, to see his old manager. And then yesterday I took him down Mumbles to the big wheel, and it was very misty. So we went around on the big wheel. We were the only people on there. It was nice, a bit cool. We sat down, we had fish and chips, and the weather just boom was like this. Absolutely glorious. So I think we'll have to go again so we can see clear across the bay next time. And then we went into Mumbles and we went into Oystermouth Castle. I did put some stories up with some photos. The walk up there nearly killed me. I'm not fit. I am not fit. But it was a lovely day out. We had ice cream and chippies and Sunday dinner at mother-in-law's yesterday. I've lost half a stone in my new medication, which is great. My knees are still really bad, so I'm going to have to ring the doctor about that. But my diabetes is under control. Or getting under control. I've had another letter today. I've got to go for my yearly check. I haven't even had diabetes for a year, so that's going to be fun. But other than that, that's settling down nicely. No more like episodes, which is great. Work is work. I hate it. Oh, I can show you the postcards I bought. I bought postcards yesterday for my postcard wall. That is Oystermouth Castle. And that is a stylized version of the Mumbles scene. Yes, I did see that moon as the Death Star. I'm not gonna lie, I did. What's coming up? We've got a family barbecue on the weekend. Meeting up with Tam the Thursday after. I think that's it. I think that's as busy as my August is going to be. I ordered a load of books. I had the entire set and I gifted them away years ago, and then I bought Bitten for Shell, Cheesecake and Cross Stitch because we did a book exchange, and then I was like, I really want to read it again, so I just went and bought the first 5 in the series. If you haven't read them, brilliant. They are early 90s. They are 24 years old, so there are 90s tropes obviously, but for her first series they're really well written. First one's about werewolves, second one's about werewolves and witches, third one's witches, fourth one's witches. Then you've got necromancer coming in, vampires coming in, all sorts of supernaturals coming in. Borderline horror, dark, you know, it's not all flowers and fairy tales. I picked up a copy of that. I rebought Patricia Briggs Moon Called because, again, had all of those, gave them all away years ago and decided no, I shouldn't have done that, so I'm rebuying them all. I've just stuck a bookmark in this for now. Bought that in Tesco's. Werewolf, obviously, gonna buy that, am I? Read these on Kindle, really enjoyed them. Really enjoyed those. So I bought the first one when I saw it in Tesco's because it was 2 for £9. Book 3 and book 1 because they didn't have book 2 of the Reckless and Powerless. So I got to read. You're gonna wobble a minute. Queen of the Damned, because I've got Interview with the Vampire. I've got Serpent of the Bones. This was one of the ones I needed for the vampire series, and apparently Morty had nightmares, so that's terrifying. I'm like, oh no, nightmares from a book. That's scary. I'm not really one for like horror stuff, so yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either. Then I picked up Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, based on a true story, after documents were released from the, I think it's 2016 they were released, and it's got some photos in it of the actual characters. One reviewer said could have been more women in it, based on true events, Not sure how you could shoehorn more women into it because, you know, it's based on true events. The female character that is in it, though, is phenomenal. She's awesome. Good. It was good. I enjoyed it. Wasn't as action-packed as I thought it was going to be based on the trailer. I've actually bought this for my husband because he wanted to read it, which means I'm going to read it anyway. I'm not one for massive war stuff, so this was a push outside of my comfort zone, but we saw the film, really enjoyed it, and thought, well, I'll give it a go. Really enjoy the film. And popular opinion, I'm not a Henry Cavill fan. Then my friend texted me and went, did you know the works are doing a sprayed edge copy of the new Cassandra Clare series, Swordcatcher. So I own my first ever sprayed edge book. I did try getting the fourth wings in sprayed edges, but people were buying them in bulk and selling them for extortionate prices on Vinted. So yeah, that I've got to read as well. It's really shiny. A little bit dinged, not happy about that. But look, I've been looking forward to this. I've gotten all of the Shadowhunter series, so yeah, gonna look forward to reading that. And then when I was in Aberdeen, I've put everything out of reach because I wasn't going to do book talk. Not that I'm doing much book talk because I'm not telling you that much about them. But I went into the works and they had books on offer. And I bought these for the Rich Vampire series. The blurb looked really interesting. Hopefully I've gone and bought the entire set and I'm going to enjoy them. But we shall see. So you got Filthy Rich Vampire, 3 Queens, Second Right, and For Eternity. So if anybody's read those, let me know what they're like. They're on my massive TBR. And I think that's about it. I've still got Cersei to read. I've started it. I haven't got much further than that because I have like 5 books on the go. And Once Upon a River that Shell got me. So they are on there at the top TBR at the moment. And I think that's about it. I literally can't think of anything else to share with you, and it's been 52 minutes and the last 20 you ain't even going to watch. So if you got this far, send me book emojis. I will see you in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and shoot me a comment. Tell me what you're stitching on. Are you stitching anything that I'm stitching? Anybody doing the Plants of Petricor sale? I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer and I will see you soon. Apologies for screaming kids because I've only now just zoned in on the fact that they've been doing that for the last half an hour. Take care, happy stitching!